What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster-in-Chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with a Boros deck that is just... It's ridiculous how much fun this is to play, how consistently you can do the thing, the combo thing that you want to do, and, how good the win rate has been with it so far. So, without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew. I'm calling it Invoke Dragons, and if you haven't guessed already, it's because we're running, in the Invoke cards alongside a bunch of dragons. I'm going to do the usual, just take it from the top, run through the deck, and describe the various playlines and interactions, why it is that I've picked a specific card to be in the deck, and then, we'll jump into some gameplay footage, try and show off some of those playlines and interactions against some opponents in the mythic ranked part of the ladder, and then we will come back with my final thoughts and potential sideboard plans. But no, this is really a best of one deck. I don't think we're going to be doing the sideboard guide tonight. So we've got a full playset of Dragon's Fire. Obviously makes perfect sense. I mean, every creature in the deck is a dragon, so if you have none in hand or on board, it can do 3 for 2, which is okay, and then it can just scale up from there. I've had times when I can do like 9 damage off of this thing in this deck. It's fantastic. Removal in a dragon's deck, obviously. Then there's so many enchantments and artifacts in the format that I thought, like, I'm playing Boros, hell yeah. Full playset of Rip Apart. It's just so versatile. Even if you're not playing against the enchantment matchups, the fact that, I mean, look at it, like, for example, in comparison to something like a Braid, which is also 2 mana. Of course, this is harder to cast. You need to play Boros, or something that plays red and white. But for the same cost, a Braid is only 3 damage to target creature, doesn't hit Planeswalker, and is only removing an artifact. This thing does 3 damage to creature or planeswalker, and it can destroy target artifact or enchantment. It's just so versatile. I'm loving it more and more in the meta right now. So I've gone with a full playset of Rip Apart as another one of my targeted removal spells. And then we start straight away with the the ramping. So the entire point of the deck, obviously, is to put our big expensive dragons into the graveyard with cards like Seize the Spoils and Unexpected Windfall, which are also doing an additional job in helping us dig through the deck to find the spells we need to then reanimate those dragons, and also ramping us at the same time so that we can then cast the spell to reanimate said dragons. So Seize the Spoils, full playset, Unexpected Windfall, full playset. Like, crucial. We need to, like I said, discard our creatures into the graveyard, draw our spells, our interaction, and ramp so that we can do this stuff as quickly as possible, which kind of makes it so good. Unexpected Windfall, I mean, you can get a Lorehold out on turn 5. So 2 turns early, just hard casting it if you wanted to. So, I mean, fantastic. Then we've got first creature in the deck, a couple copies of Atsushi. Before tonight's gameplay is over, we will decide whether to keep 2 and stay with 1 Manaform, or if we should go 1 and 2. I'm kind of leaning more towards this option. Let me know what you think. Or we'll in the comments down below, of course, but then we'll also just test it tonight and end up deciding which way it goes. Then, very important other card, Draconic Intervention, giving us access to a one-sided sweeper, because of course all of our creatures are dragons, is fantastic against all the aggro matchups. There's so many little Naya humans, Naya this, that, aggro, mono red aggro. There's so many aggro decks right now, and this just handles most of them. And there's not that many dragons. There's the occasional Goldspan Dragon in some Izzet list that's still trying to live the glory days of Alrune's Epiphany, but there's not too many dragons running around in the format either. So Draconic Intervention, absolutely fantastic in the deck. So alongside Dragon's Fire, I mean, just we've gone for the full themed dragon removal, and it's been doing the job. Then we've got 2 copies of Manaform Hellkite, and this is great. Obviously, we've got so many expensive spells. Invoke Justice. That was kind of my thinking, like, the ratio of non-creatures is quite high, so that's why I'm thinking it's better to have... And it's non-legendary, so I think this is probably the best split. Although the treasures and the card advantage from Atsushi is pretty good, so again, we'll see. But whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you create a excess red dragon illusion creature token with flying and haste, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. So, you know, sometimes we can reanimate something with Invoke Justice when Manaform Hellkite is in play. That'll make the Manaform Hellkite, you know, if you put all the 4 counters from Invoke Justice, or let's say you're reanimating one of your other hasty threats, like Inferno of Starmounts, or Velomachus Lorehold, or Goldspan Dragon, they all have haste. So you Invoke Justice, you reanimate one of those hasty boys, you put the 4 counters however the hell you want them, and you've just made a 5/5 with haste from the casting cost of Invoke Justice, and you just swing in for like ridiculous amounts of damage. It's one of my funnest plays, and the reason why I haven't just gone for like a full playset of Invoke Justice and one, you know, like, I decided initially it was a full playset of Invoke Justice, and then I was like, no, let's have 3 Invoke Justice and 1 Invoke Calamity, because you can recast one of your Invoke Justices from the graveyard with Invoke Calamity, because it's mana value 6 or less. This costs 5, so it's basically giving one of your Invoke Justices flashback if you want it, so it can just be like another Invoke Justice, was my point. But it also is just, you know, there's so many other instants and sorceries that I may want to cast again, like, you know, an Unexpected Windfall and another Dragon's Fire to restock and remove a creature, or what have you. So, that, you know, there's plenty of other good reasons to have Invoke Calamity in the deck. I'm absolutely loving this card, you know. Being able to do like a 4-drop and a 2-drop for free is just great. Keep in mind that those things you wouldn't be paying the mana cost, so it's not going to be triggering the Hellkite. But that's okay. You still get the initial 5 trigger, which is more than enough. Then we've got a sneaky one of AO the Dawn Sky, so 2 of these new legendary dragon spirits. I've only gone with 1 because the death triggers are not too good here. If it's a, you know, usually you end up getting hit by a sweeper, then you have nothing to put those counters on, and we have no permanence with mana value 4 or less. I guess we could find maybe an Atsushi or a Manaform off of that, but it's really just in here because it's a nice 5/4 threat that has vigilance, which is fantastic against the Wandering Emperor. And it's also another, you know, reason why I think Velomachus is a little bit of a meta breaker right now, because I mean there's so much Wandering Emperor. Every time you're attacking into those 4 untapped white mana, you're like, oh my goodness, and then you know, whoops, Velomachus has vigilance, you cannot exile it with the Emperor, sorry. And it of course also dodges Vanishing Verse, which is one of the most used removal spells in the format right now too. So Velomachus, mwah. We've talked about Invoke Justice. I just, you know, a couple Goldspan Dragons. You can never go wrong with a couple Goldspan Dragons. A little bit extra ramp. And, you know, Hasty Boys, it's a dragon, fits the theme. Everything about it is just fantastic. And 2 of is fine. Like, I didn't want to clog up the 5-drop slot too much. And I do want to be having, like, more chunky dragons to play, and rather than just Goldspan. It's so old school anyway. Invoke Calamity we've touched upon. We've got a full 3 copies of Inferno of Starmounts as one of like our main reanimation targets with Invoke Justice. It comes back as a 10/10. You put the full 4 counters on the Inferno, and you know, you get a 10/10 and swing in for haste straight away. It's freaking amazing. And of course, we top out 7 mana with Velomachus Lorehold, full playset, main card of the deck. We're going to be using it to cast free stuff. We're going to be using it to reanimate stuff with, you know, because you can hit Invoke Justice off of it. So many good, you know, even just hitting a Draconic Intervention can be so good. You like get rid of the blockers during the attack step before they can even declare blockers or anything. Fantastic. And that brings us to the mana base, where there's nothing special, very much a BrewLab style deck. I mean, mana base, we've got 2 of each of the, you know, utility lands. Then we've got 1 of each of the creature lands, some duels, and some basics. Let's jump into some games. invoke some dragons, shall we? It's been so much fun. Ranked. Also, for those of you who have sharp eyes, you might have noticed the little egg control deck. We'll be looking at that one tomorrow. It's... woohoo! I think I've done something. It's a little bit of a masterpiece. Just a couple of things I need to still fine-tune and playtest, but that's a good one, I'll tell ya. Alright, we're off to the races. I mean, we've got the two things to put the things into the graveyard that are going to ramp us. We can do the one thing on turn 3 already. Just sort of let the opponent do their plan, you know? And it's nice that all of our removal is on turn 2, which is our most dead turn when we can't cast Seize the Spoils, so then you usually just hold up a dragon's, you know, the odds perfect target. Perfect target. Boop. And we got another land, which is great. So we seize the spoils, Velomachus, into the yard and hopefully draw a invoke off of the seize the spoils. Aha. Table of the Needleverge. 2 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. Taking 4 down to 10. It would be nice to get our sweeper at some point soon. Showdown, huh? How very charming of you, my dear fellow. Okay. Goldspan. Need to get my hands on a freaking sweeper. Oh. Okay, that's gonna be game. Terrible luck with our draws. Didn't get really what we needed. Even though we used a lot of our card draw spells. He'll probably take Goldspan. And then I just don't think we have enough oomph to survive anything, really. I'm going to try and... wait, do we have any even... Oh, yeah. I'm going to try and look for a... Would I have the mana to then cast it? No. Oh, yes, I would. So if I can find a... Draconic Intervention. No such luck. The deck's just really not performing. There it is! Better late than never, hey? Good game. Well done, opponent. Nice little Boros aggro deck. You got lucky. On to the next one. Seemed so perfect. That opening hand was actually exactly what you want to see, but we just didn't draw the cards we needed. Invoke dragons. Very good. Very, very good. Fantastic. wonder. Azorius Tempo, maybe? I'm scared now to cast this, but I'll do it anyway, because I'm silly. Okay. Whew. Ayo! It's probably all sorts of doom scars and things going on over here. So I'm just gonna be cautious. Yeah. There's definitely a Wandering Emperor in that deck. Guaranteed. Okay, another learn card. That kind of sucks, because you lost access to Divide by Zero. That's the Doomscar, probably. So do we play AO, and then when he Doomscars us, we get some value. And then if it isn't Doomscar, plus plus. Okay. It was a Behold the Multiverse. Playing this on white as well. Uncounterable. Has haste. Nice. Skadoosh. Now the Doomscar. Come on. Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. And there's my reanimation spell. What a bugger. You cheeky bugger. Oh, I got creature lands to save the day. Keep that damage coming. Unbelievable. I even drew my freaking Invoke Justice. Okay. That's great. That's just great. Thank you. You just did all my work for me. Nice. Skadoosh. Okay. Oh, baby, baby. That's also the you know, the nice thing about this deck. The only problem is Tasha, obviously, because it's exile. That card gives me nightmares. But stuff like Cacophony there, or whatever that card called, you're getting milled, and then, you know, that's where you want your dragons. As long as you've got the reanimation spell in hand, it's fantastic. Ooh, hello Volt. Hello Pack. Also, it seems like I need to be building a Golgari deck from the look of my daily quest. I'm not about to re-roll a 750. I'll leave the Volt there. Yeah, I'm not about to re-roll that 750. So probably gonna have a. Yeah, I'll brew a Golgari deck tomorrow and do playtesting and stuff, and then I'll show you guys that Boros control deck tomorrow, as promised. Iscanor. Sure. Ninja deck, or maybe he just likes the sleeves. Not again. Not again. Please, no. Oh, this, like, CGB put up a freaking Azorius video yesterday. And, like, this morning I went up against 3 back-to-back. Just, like, the most annoying win-con-less nonsense. Okay, this is, at least it's going to be Esper, probably, your various planeswalkers and... Ooh, yes! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're ready. We can cast the next turn. If he taps out, and I'm not worried about counter magic, we're going for the play. Kaito Shizuki. Yes, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've got enough white.
Our eyes are everywhere.
9 damage coming through. No card draw for you, buddy. Boom. And these guys don't usually run the Rite of Oblivion. They usually just have the Vanishing Verse. So... And they run, you know, Wandering Emperor as another exile. Oh, there's the Doomstar. Fine, fine. Be that way. We'll find another one. I'm not worried at all. We'll just Unexpected Windfall and use the treasures to kill Kaito. Let's keep one Rip Apart in case he plays a Wedding Invitation.
I'm used to being uninvited.
Lolf. Nah. It's a risk. I'm taking a risk. I don't know if they have like what's the damn card called? Fateful Absence, maybe. Come on, dude. Don't rope me. If you've got something, use it. He's probably thinking, fuck my... Yeah, that's what I thought. It's the only thing that he could have used. Okay, so that's one Velomachus down, unfortunately. But here comes Goldspan to save the day. Badoosh. I think we can happily... Cool. Can do a double den next turn, potentially. Yeah. Got him. Oh, that's so satisfying. I love beating Azorius Control. It's probably like my favorite feeling in Magic. Well, you know, whatever. Control with blue. But Azorius in particular. At least, like, Esper is like... Yeah, no, Esper is another beast entirely. Azorius can... And, I often like playing it myself. But Azorius is just my worst, like... Worst type of Magic. And, like, I love CGB. He's a legend. It's no... Not a diss in that direction, but it's just not my thing. I was never a control mage, never an Azorius mage. Like, even back in the day at the LGS, I was always more of an aggro player, really. And combo decks, it was always my thing. Mulligan. Uh-oh. Okay. This matchup should be interesting. Naya runes. How boring. Cool. AO is nice. Sure. I think we're gonna Unexpected Windfall AO though. Yeah, okay, now we're gonna Unexpected Windfall Mr. Lorehold over here. He's gonna have a pretty explosive turn, but we're about to have one of our own, so I'm not too worried, honestly. I wonder where you'll put the haste. Okay. I would love to get a Draconic Intervention off of the Velomachus. That would just be... Oh, la, 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 la. And then we can exile the Unexpected Windfall, do 4 damage to everyone. Michiko will die too, because... no, she won't. That's a problem. That is a bit of a problem. Oh my god, what? This deck is so stupid, man. I hate it so much. I hope... I don't know what I hope. I mean, there's plenty of things we can hit off of our Velomachus that's gonna solve this problem for us, fortunately. Yes. Skadoosh. Hope he doesn't have his, like, borrowed times or whatever. He needs to grow this guy really big before he can start to attack through. But he gets big real quick. That doesn't work. Guess he can take one of my treasures. No, he can't. It's only creatures. That's right. I don't have any dragons in the yard. So let's go for the Windfall. Okay, we can just at least... Oh, it's a little bit frustrating. I was hoping to hit something like Fatal Absence. Oh, sorry, we don't have Fatal Absence in this deck. I'm thinking of the other one. I would need to hit the Dragon's Fire. Did we get him? I hope we got him. Okay, he's gonna go for the life gain plan. We just block with AO. Hopefully he doesn't get trample. We're not forced to double block. That's why I got rid of the last one there. It's already 2 of his Rune of Mights in the yard, so I'm hoping it's... Ah! The luck of the guy, man. What kind of luck is that? Really? Come on, man. Unbelievable. What a load of rubbish. What a load of rubbish, man. This deck is so stupid. Yeah, I'll kill him. At least that. And I don't know if I'll survive, though. 9 plus 4 is 13. Yeah, no. I survive. Just. And he goes right back up to 24. Yes! Whew, at least we got Atsushi. Very nice. Enough flooding, please, deck. Thank you. I'm gonna thin the deck with Field of Ruin and also just get rid of that potential layer coming through, and I won't attack with Atsushi just in case he does one of those explosive Rune Forge. Again, it dodges the circle because it's a 4-drop. Oh, come on. You have got to be joking with me, right? I mean... How many lands in a row was that? I'm gonna block and Eiganjo. At least we get rid of it. And I'll take the cards. Obviously. Come on, come on. Ooh! Very nice. Bye-bye. Hopefully it's not a Rune Forge. Yes. We got you. Oh, yes. Best top deck ever. Oh, Yakasha. Fantastic. On to the next one. How are we doing for time? Ooh, definitely got at least a couple more matches in us. I'm surprised he attacked with that Runeforge when he did. Because the math was just so perfect. Like, maybe he just was really concerned about getting rid of that Velomachus. And he was like, well, okay. If he just waited like maybe one turn or so more, he would have been able to make it so that I wouldn't have had enough to block it with. But still, epic match. That was really fun. Close, explosive, and we won. Most importantly. None of our discard cards, though. God, I hate it when it does this. I mean, it's the exact same hand. That's the exact same hand I just had. Like, what the hell? Slightly different lands. Ridiculous mulligan. Like, come on. Rakdos. Foretelling something? Or a discard card of some kind? Which would be great, actually. Ah. Okay. Grixis is probably the Invoke Despair combo deck. And when I see Skyclave Relic, I think Jingataxias, but we haven't seen a single blue land, so I may be wrong. Again with the flood! Holy cannoli! There's a blue source. Okay, so pretty scary. That's indestructible. Whew. Okay. Inferno next turn. Velomachus the turn after that. If he's got the removal, we've got the Reanimator. Both of the guys have haste. I mean, there's a chance here. I just don't know what the opponent's up to. I think he's trying to line up a Galvanic into Invoke Despair play. Okay. Should we try what I've said? Yeah, I think so. It's uncounterable anyway, this one. Skadoosh. We've got the mana for Velomachus next turn. Or we can just go for the... You know, he might do like a massive massacre and tap out. That'll be okay. And then we can just go for the bring back this. Oh, not exile. That's very bad. Hey, hey! Yeah, I think we go for Velomachus anyway, but the backup Goldspan is very nice to see. Let me swing, let me swing. Ah! Okay. This guy. Ah. Also gives me nightmares. Come on, dude. Come on! People like this drive me nuts. It takes so long to do things. If he's got another Fading Hope, I'm gonna lose it. Okay. Thank goodness. I finally get the trigger off. Yeah, I mean, definitely Unexpected Windfall. Find some new stuff. I don't think Ripper Parts is gonna be too essential in this matchup. Sweet. You can also play Goldspan next turn and draw a bunch more cards. Presenting lethal. Well, not presenting. We know we have lethal in hand. Here it comes. The double thing. Okay, so we're going to take quite a bit of damage and lose Velomachus. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeehaw! What? Okay. That's a cool card to put into that combo deck. I'm sure there was going to be Invoke Despair in that list as well, but a copy of Crackle with Power is also a fantastic addition to that list. I must put one in my deck, actually. That was very, very nice opponent. Nice Grixis control deck. Well played. Very frustrating. We almost had you. It's one turn away. Dang! Dang, you take long. Blue. Blue is bad. Typical stuff so far. Kind of cookie cutter turn 3 with this deck. Aha, that gave something away for sure. Perfect top deck. Perfect top deck. Swink. I was kind of worried about what to discard there for a sec. I'm gonna lead with the Hellkite. Unfortunately, they run like Thundering Rebuke and sometimes even stuff like we're dodging the potentially Juari. Yeah, they also have sometimes Demon Bolt. I mean, there's loads of things in red that do more than 4 damage now, or 4 and more damage. Okay, is it going to be the mill deck or is it just a Goldspan Hullbreaker Horror shenanigans? That is the question. Okay. Come on, dude. It's uncounterable. Hence the red border. Probably got Fading Hope, though. Almost guaranteed at this point in my life. I'm starting to expect it. Okay. Whew. This is a useless card now. Okay. Does he have take another turns card? Or he wants to bounce my Inferno. I'm not sure what you're trying to do here, dude. I mean, did you just purposefully do that? Do you have something with flash I'm not aware of? What could still be the problem here? Okay. What could it be? Double Fading Hope? Double Syndiclasm? Gets rid of the Hellkite, unfortunately. But also gets rid of his Goldspan, which is pretty cool. Such a... Not gonna say. We get another land, we can like maybe go Hellkite into, seize the spoil, swing for 3. No one plays counter spells anymore, it feels like. Okay. Are you gonna go for the double freaking thing again? Oh, okay. This stupid thing. He's already put... No, he doesn't have the thing to fling it with yet. But we're pretty screwed. I mean, he might have it in hand. Wow, people be trying to fling this stuff in standard. Hey, Jank versus Jank. Alright guys, we've arrived at the last match of the night. Going a little bit longer tonight because, you know, making up for yesterday's lost video. Saving nicely for new Capenna already. Coming out in a little over a month. I need a third land, but it's doable. These guys again, huh? Please, the third land, please. Deck, listen to me. I need that third land. Wrong bloody color. I don't know if I should have gotten rid of the Ranger class rather, but I'm at the point right now where I just don't want to lose any life at all. Okay. We lined up for the Invoke Justice. He can block with Kodama, but he's probably just going to blow his mana on Ranger class and swing and draw a card. You know, and draw a land. I couldn't get rid of Kodama because I need this mana to cast the Invoke. Casual 9/9 on turn 5. Aww. Nothing to reanimate, so it showed me, you know, that I could have cast that Invoke to spare. But there was nothing to reanimate in the graveyard, so... Ooh. That's okay.
I will protect from root to canopy. The trees are mighty.
That's absolutely okay. Let's go for Loth, I guess. Nah, I'm gonna go face. Seize the spoils and the rip apart off of Invoke Calamity. That seems like a pretty freaking nice play. Alright, everybody. Ending it on a win. A couple of little disappointing losses there in the middle. I was really hoping to have a better run, because in testing, this thing has just been so freaking good. I couldn't believe how consistent it was. The ability to just cycle through so many of your cards with all that card draw and the ramp and everything. It was just, I was getting that Velomachus down on turn 5 like almost every game, and swinging in for 9. And then, you know, there's so many of those really explosive one-turn kill potentials in there with the like 10-10 Inferno of Star Mounts coming back with Invoke Justice. I mean, just fantastic explosive little combo deck. I hope you agree. Now I'm starting to remember also my main reasoning behind not going with 2 Hellkites and having 2 Atsushis was that the free spells from Velomachus don't trigger the Hellkite, and anyway they would happen at the wrong time because it's already, you know, during the attack step, and the spells from Invoke Calamity neither. So but it was actually pretty good there in the games. I don't know, let me know what you think. Which split would you go for? But otherwise I would leave things exactly as are. And yeah, that's going to be it for tonight's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I will see you all tomorrow with a fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.